Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on the skeleton spiders, and these are lots of fun. They're really easy to make. You can do them at the last minute. You can wear them on your hair. You can help decorate a decoration. There's a lot of things you can do with these, and we're going to show you how to make them right now. For our fun spooky skeleton spider, this is a really simple project. It's fun to do. You could have the head kids help you with it, but you've got to get spiders that are big enough to put heads on, and the little tiny guys are kind of hard to work with if you want to do like a small skeleton head. And so we're going to bypass that and go with the skeleton heads that are about 1.5 inches, I would say. I think they are fun. Do you find these at the Dollar Tree, and they usually have a whole bag full. You can see I've used 3, 4 already, so there's 8 or 10 in there. And you want to kind of just play them onto the spider and make sure that they're going to work. Now we have to think about how to hold this onto the spider. I had a head, but see how his chin pops up. So you don't want to see a chin that pops up like that. So we want to keep his chin. That's kind of something we want to make sure that we do. So we're going to start up around here or down here, whichever is a spot that you can get into. And I usually have something to poke it with first. You can use whatever you need to poke it with. Don't try and do it with your scissors, obviously. To get it started, you can see I came in under that second line here, and I'm going to kind of come around. I want to make sure here. I guess I kind of come straight up from here to this line on the top of the head. Now you can play with it later, get it to fit your spider, whatever you think you should do or how you should do it. I'm going to try our snips here. Our snips are heavy duty scissors that we keep at Miriam Joy. They're for really kind of real heavy duty stuff, and I love mine. Don't forget to tighten up the screw. We noticed that mine was a little bit loose, so we wanted to make sure that we had it tightened up. So we've simply cut that now, and on this one it's going to kind of sit on top. And I kind of went in and trimmed where the legs were and where the head is to make it lay down. On this guy, he was a little bit different. I actually put his feelers into the skeleton head and pushed his body back over, and he was done. If you wanted to trim a little bit there, you could, but you really don't need to. So I'm going to come in with my hot glue gun. I am using hot this time because I want some time to kind of move things around here instead of the low temp. And we're putting those feelers up and in, and hold that in place while it's drying. If you think that you needed to trim up those legs, you could. Now, for fun, I thought it would be cute to have a little bow on this one, and this one could be a little girl spider. And I'll talk about how you could do headbands. Headbands would be really cute. Oops, I should hold that a little bit longer there. Headbands would be really cute, but you also could do barrettes, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So I wanted to show you how I'm going to trim this guy down, because you can see he doesn't fit as well as our other one does. And I can tell that his head is not laying down next to the skull. So I'm going to cut that piece out first. And then we'll see if we need to do some along the legs. And that is really good. And if you can see, we've got that laying down in there. None of the legs come up above that, so he's nice and snug. So we don't need to do any more than glue him on. So once he's dry, I'm going to do a black diamond rhinestone here. And I'm just going to have it come across the top. The last one I did all the way down, but there's no need to. It's not going to be seen really, so let's just come all the way across. And that's simply going to give him his look. If you wanted to paint the skeleton a little bit in the gray areas to make it blacker, it's going to make it more spooky, so that's something you could do. You also could do some rhinestones if you wanted to kind of dazzle it up. You could put a couple of rhinestones here or a couple of little rhinestones on his antennae. So whatever you think. Now another thing that you could do is we talked about hair bands and barrettes, and the cheapest I could find, I think I did pick these up at the Dollar Tree. And the one thing that I know is this is a slippery surface, and this surface you can adhere to, but this one is so slick that I don't think it would stay, it would pop off. So what I would do is I would hot glue a piece of material on it. It could be black, it could be brown, whatever you wanted, or you could even do just this little spot right here if you kind of like that brown part shining through. So that's up to you. But what happens is the material will now adhere because it is absorbent to the plastic, and it will stay on, and then you just simply do the same with your hot gun and hot glue gun, and you will have that barrette. And see how cute those would be. I think a headband would be really cute. These actually came with a little part where you could just put it on their hair and it stays. So that's something you could think about. If you don't want it, just simply take your clippers and clip that part off, and it's no big deal. But I thought these were just really a lot of fun, real simple, easy. You could do them last minute and just have fun with them and add your own touch. I hope you enjoyed that and learned a lot. If you ever have any questions, you can email me at art@miriamjoy.com. We'd love to hear from our supporters. If you want to send a picture, we love that even more. We don't get a lot of those, so that is always fun when we see how you put your flair onto it. Have a happy and safe Halloween.